Living the dead and the sky is rotting. Blood-ridden corpses lie still on the floor. It tortures my mind as I wait for my life to end. He plays me in games as he talks to my loved ones. He reads me a novel of all of my sins. He offers me candy as I wait for my life to end. Alright, hey everybody. Today we're talking about Night of the Creeps. It was released in 1986. It's a comedy, horror, sci-fi film. Quick summary of the movie. Alien brain parasites entering humans through the mouth turn their host into a killing zombie. Some teenagers start to fight against them. Night of the Creeps was the first movie written and directed by Fred Decker of Monster Squad fame. The film stars Jason Lively, who played Rusty Griswold in one of the National Lampoon's vacation movies, European Vacation. Tom Atkins of Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, as well as The Fog and many other genre horror films. Steve Marshall and Jill Whitlow, who was also in the film Ghost Chase with Jason Lively. Night of the Creeps is a mishmash of horror sci-fi elements, including zombies, space aliens, axe murderers, and brain parasites. Tom Atkins plays a noir-inspired police detective with sharp attitude and a tortured past. Jason Lively and Steve Marshall play two college students who stumble upon a mysterious government project and unwittingly set free a frozen body from the 1950s. The body just so happens to be infested with a parasitic zombie-making worm from outer space. The worm proceeds to use human after human, especially college students, as incubators. Sort of in a similar fashion to the Alien franchise, only the worms turn their hosts into zombies. Night of the Creeps box office didn't do too well, but that didn't stop Fred Decker from making The Monster Squad. Unfortunately, The Monster Squad was also a failure, but Fred Decker was given another chance to write and direct a few episodes of Tales from the Crypt on HBO. From the success of that show, he was given the job of directing RoboCop 3, which was written by Frank Miller. Unfortunately, RoboCop 3 was a big failure, which led to a hiatus on Fred Decker's career. Up until recently, that is. The word is now he's working on the new Predator film called The Predator with Shane Black. Night of the Creeps is a really fun movie which balances between parody and true horror nicely. It doesn't skimp on the scares and doesn't forget the heart, while at the same time relishing in the absurdity of it all, but never at the expense of the characters. Everything that happens in this movie is real for them, and they play it straight. Night of the Creeps is a great zombie film, it's a great alien invasion film, and a classic horror comedy creature feature of the 1980s. I saw Night of the Creeps on VHS when I was young, and I knew I was witnessing something special, a true cult classic being born, a genre-blending bash of pure fun and nostalgia. On to awards. Best scene. The best scene would have to be the flamethrower climax. This is the second time that I saw a flamethrower in a genre film, the first being the movie Aliens, which was also another amazing flamethrower sequence, when Ripley is burning up all the eggs and pissing off the queen at the end of the movie. The flamethrower sequence in Night of the Creeps was just really cool to witness, especially as a small child. I just wanted to strap on a flamethrower myself and just toast up some zombies and some zombie worms, you know? Just me and my lady friend at my side. Boom. Just a toasty party. The effects really shine in this scene, and it's reminiscent of some of the best parts of horror survival games. An adrenaline-pumping roller coaster ride. Very nice, very nicely done. Best song has to be Smoke Gets in Your Eyes by the Platters. It was my first time hearing this song. It introduced me to the Platters. I'm still a fan to this day, as well as a lot of their other tunes like Only You, The Great Pretender, Twilight Time, which is my personal favorite. But Smoke Gets in Your Eyes was used perfectly here as a way to segue from the space aliens doing space alien stuff in space to the 1950s. Another nice touch is the transition from color to black and white. Best effect would have to be at the end of the movie when the heads are exploding, the worms are erupting from the heads, and the flamethrower is cleaning up the mess. It's just a really, really well executed effect, and it's just gross, but it's the kind of gross that makes you want to laugh and have a good time, you know? Scariest / creepiest scene. It would have to be the scene where Steve Marshall's character is stuck in the bathroom. He's trapped in the stall. He's a handicapped individual. Sitting on the bowl, he sees the worms crawl back and forth underneath the stall. They're erupting from a dead body on the bathroom floor, and he knows that he's trapped, and he knows that they're coming for him. And he has to think fast, and he has to figure, how am I gonna battle these worms? How am I gonna survive? And that's when he discovers that the worms have a weakness, and that weakness is fire. Best line of dialogue. Okay, this is one of my favorite lines. This is right up there with They Live, when Roddy Piper says,
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
R.I.P. Roddy Piper. The best line of dialogue from Night of the Creeps has to be,
I got good news and bad news, girls. The good news is your dates are here.
What's the bad news?
They're dead.
just a really awesome line. Delivered perfectly, the editing, everything is great. Alright, that's another one down. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.